Hey everyone, Chloe here, and welcome back to another case study tomfoolery video, and welcome back to this platform, and welcome back to this channel. And if you are new here, ladies, lurkers, drama lovers, and ear hustlers, welcome. So I wanted to discuss and unpack this Pygmisha Boots story in a clownet tale that is as old as time, and I wanted to talk about what you can learn from this cautionary tale if ever and when you should find yourself in a future faking position with a serial monogamist. And this story is further proof that you can be a smart, driven, attractive, well put together woman and still very much lack a feminine education on how to strategically move smartly and how to move in the softness of feminine mystique. So for those of you who don't know, the beautiful Christina Mackey, from what we know, is an IG fitness model who is currently dating Mr. Lemon Pepper Rick Rozay and who is clearly seeking to be the better half of what in her mind would be a legendary power couple dynamic link up. And clearly she has visions of herself and Mr. Rozay as becoming an unstoppable force. And ladies, there is absolutely nothing wrong with wanting a fairy tale happy ending, because that is what it means to be a woman in love. Most women want to be loved by men that they respect, that they admire, and who can provide them with a lifestyle beyond anything that they could have ever dreamed or imagined for themselves. This is why women can be utterly devastated when things don't pan out. And this is also why so many women are so competitive and comparative with other women. And men know this, especially when that man is a boss and especially when that man has a bag. Which is what I've been saying on my channel since the beginning, whether mistress, side chick, or a triggered baby mama who wants her old spot back. A woman will scrap with another woman faster than she will scrap with a man who has put her in a position to compete with other women. But in this case study, this is the situation of a podcast clip gone viral where Ms. Mackey had a little too much dip on her chip by speaking out of turn and by speaking on her very brand new relationship with Mr. Lemon Pepper and his bad knees. But for those of you who are living under a rock, take a listen.
How do that make you feel about people questioning, where's Pretty V? How do that make you feel?
It doesn't make me feel any way at all. I think it's funny. It's levels to everything, right? And that was never this.
For the people that don't know, what do you mean by that was never this and there's levels to it?
Whatever they had is not what we have. Simple, It's no disrespect to anybody, but whatever y'all think they had is not what we for sure have. It's just not. So I'm not worried about it. I see the comments too.
Did they go public?
No.
Well, they had to go public if everybody knew.
Well, where's the pictures of them holding hands and them kissing and them on the jet together and them in Dubai and her on the billboard? Like, where's that at? Where's the flowers? Where's all that?
Y'all put a comment. Y'all let me know. Y'all pull that up. Because I was on some player. I never was checking
while
for
we're
that.
on the topic though, like, show me where he did that with anybody.
Lear Galore, I believe.
Show me where he did that with anybody. Line them up.
Oh, really? I ain't never peeped game, but I know he was for show public with Lear Galore.
I know that too. Shout out to Lear. But show me where he did what he's doing with me, with anybody.
Now, while there is absolutely nothing wrong with having feminine swagger and confidence, there is a very thin line between having confidence and projecting your arrogance and your insecurities. And unfortunately, Ms. Christina Mackey, who is only 27 years old, and her mouth diarrhea has allowed her ego to get the best of her, while the humble police and the drama lovers will now quietly and patiently wait for the humiliation gods to make her eat her words, should this relationship not work out. Now, because she is 20 years younger than Mr. Rick Ross, who is 47, what she hasn't gathered is that the very experienced Mr. Big Back Lemon Pepper Wings is a serial monogamous future faker, just like Mr. Common, who is currently in rotation with Ms. Jennifer Hudson. And both of these men are lifelong bachelors, and both are not the marrying type. So Miss Christina needs to enjoy the current ride of Mr. Rozay's hypergamous tricking, because we all know that in the game of hypergamy, that your number one job is to prioritize your feminine mystique, to keep your mouth closed, to make yourself the prize, and if you are with a whale, to drain those big spender pockets, because being a comparative and competitive braggart is not the kind of behavior that will get you across that aisle, or hell, even past the 6-month mark. Now, of course, with that podcast interview came a ton of STFU community backlash that unfortunately caused Ms. Christina to further spiral and lose her cool, while Mr. Rick Ross continues to remain silent. And here was her very aggy and her very pressed and her very mouthy and less than intelligent reaction.
Please keep calling me a pick-me. I'm asking you to refer to me as a pick-me. I prefer it. All you're doing is manifesting that up with me. I want to get picked over and 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 over again by the same man a million times. I want to marry that man. I want to have that man's children. And I want to live a happy life because he keeps picking me and I keep picking him. I'm a pick me, for sure. I'm not a whatever the opposite of that would be, a not pick me. Whoever raised their hand and said, hey, don't pick me. I am a lover. I am here to be loved. I am here to give love. I'm a pick me. Pick me. Pick me. Pick me. For sure. 100%. You're not hurting my feelings. All you're doing is manifesting it with me. Let's do it together. Pick Christina Mackey. Pick Christina Mackey. Because I'm picking him too. So if I'm a pick me, he's a pick me, and we get chose together.
Now, as a very simple womanhood rule, ladies, never brag on or put claims on a man who isn't your husband. One, it puts you in your masculine, and quite frankly, being territorial is a man's job. And you most certainly do not speak on his exes. That is, unless you want to hex yourself with the evil eye. Now, Christina is only human, but unfortunately her insecurities and her ego got the best of her on that podcast couch, and she got caught up and mildly baited into a 15 minutes of fame flex. But Mr. Knock-Knees, the lifelong bachelor, ain't marrying nobody until he's in need of a caretaker. And ladies, when we try to permanently crowbar ourselves into the narrative of being a man's special snowflake, men have a nasty work way of embarrassing you when you try to corner them into being exclusive. And sure enough, the very next day, the public finds out that Mr. ROZAY has a ton of children and has a fresh 2-month-old baby, which probably is not a secret to Miss Sister Wife Christina, but still very karmically one business day embarrassing. And to make Operation Harem even worse, she also has a very pressed and a very aggy throwback baby mama dragon breathing fire on her neck, whose current IG hobby is cranking up her stories to tear Mrs. Mackey a new one every bitter moment that she gets. Now, Ms. Christina took several wrong turns here. One, never be loud or have a press conference over community pain, even if it is your heart's desire to have that forever spot. Because no matter what, ladies, you are never supposed to like a man, especially openly, more than he likes you. And while yes, you are the prize, and I know women don't want to hear this, but men are the gatekeepers of marriage, meaning that they are the ones who will ultimately decide by getting on bended knee whether they want you as their wife, while you are the feminine receiver. That is how getting the ring works. That is, unless you are one of those TikTok masculina clownettes who are proposing to feminine men. Two, Christina and her ego got caught up playing the villain and the bad guy to get all eyes on her and possibly her brand. And that's fine. It is par for the business course to drum up negative PR all the time. But in the long game, that formula of being the villain fares better with men than it ever will for women. Because when women turn themselves into a bona fide villain over a man, the very petty internet and its elephant memory will always work overtime to soul murder you and to humble you for sport. And they will go to the ends of the earth to make sure that your mistakes become the hill that you die on. Just ask Miss Yellowbone herself, Miss Danny Lay. Because when the honeymoon period is over and when the thrill is gone and your whale begins to get bored of you, you'll be the one with egg on your villain face, while your demented internet cousins who wake up on the wrong side of the bed every morning will take extreme delight in dog walking you and trolling you into a depression. Because there is nothing that the internet loves more than the story of your downfall. And this is why you should always mind the hypergamous business that pays you until the bag is secured. And lastly, I can always tell when a woman is not accustomed to leisure and luxury or provision or men who have money, because they tend to act like a famished, hungry child who has never eaten at a proper dinner table. Because being provided for and lavished on should never ever come off as rookie-ish or amateurish, or as if you are terrified that it will never ever happen again for you, which is why a woman should always work on her lack mindset. Because when you act like you've never had a man with money, it will only further invite spiritual warfare right to your doorstep. So ladies, you have to be mature enough to realize that silence speaks way more loudly and is way more convincing than being a braggart. Not to mention, you need to be like Beyonce. What people don't know, they can't ruin. And if you want to be seen so bad and validated so bad by people who don't matter, go get yourself some therapy to help you unpack your desire for acceptance from the people in life that you more than likely will never meet. Because expensive women are never loud. And to think, all of this weirdo behavior over a man who likes to show his butt crack when he gets up out of a car. So that is all that I have to say on this for now. But meanwhile, Mr. ROZAY has not come to this woman's defense, and he basically ain't saying Nathan. And if a man ain't saying nothing, ladies, then neither should you. So to get this conversation started, will Christina Mackey get her happy ending with Mr. Lemon Pepper ROZAY? Or should we allow a whale to do the chasing? And do you consider Mr. ROZAY a high value apple or a low value bad one? And as always, I thank you for listening. I thank you for watching. And please share this video if you care to further grow our feminine community. And please stay tuned for more Messy Boot videos to come. And I will catch up with you ladies and lurkers and ear hustlers in the next one.
You got a hoe over there talking about a 40-some-year-old. You finna be 49 or 48 in a few days. Dusty. And you on diabetes medicine because I found it in the back refrigerator. I want to know what's going on with you. Why you going to see a urologist on Thursday, Tuesday? Is you getting ding-dings extensions or some balls crowded up? Prostate. I Googled that man in Coral Gables. I'm sending TMZ right now. Or send me a check. Lil Will, tell your daddy send me a check. I'm going to send TMZ to his doctor. I want to see what his dick getting done to him. Since he forced me to ride it. I ain't gonna sue you though. Them other hoes could do it. Play with your mama, who ill. Your mama just got breast cancer surgery on her breast, December 19th. That's why she was down here on them Christmas pictures, getting high heels from strangers. Your mama should have been getting bedroom shoes and cashmere blankets. And lemons, and tea, and pillows, and robes. Go Vaseline her lips. Because they too dry to talk to me. I'm old.